Something curious happens when we meet a truly calm person. There's something about their presence that makes us feel at ease. The conversation feels lighter. Silence doesn't feel awkward. We don't feel the need to prove anything. And often we leave that encounter without knowing exactly why, but with the feeling that we've just breathed in some fresher air. Why does this happen? What do these people have that so many others seem to have lost? The answer may lie in an ancient Taoist wisdom. Not in something they do, but in something they have stopped doing. They have stopped fighting against life. Lao Tzu observed that much of human suffering does not arise from circumstances. It arises from resistance. We resist what has already happened. We resist what is changing. We resist other people's behavior. We resist aging. We resist uncertainty. And the more we resist, the more tension we create within ourselves. That tension doesn't stay hidden. It spills over. It shows up in the way we speak, in the way we listen, in the way we react, in the way we love. Perhaps you've met someone who always seemed to be at war with something. At war with the past, war with their family, war with politics, at war with their own mistakes, at war with reality. Even when these people try to show affection, there is a heaviness in their presence, because no one can convey peace when they are constantly struggling with their own life. Taoism draws attention to something profound. What exists within us inevitably spills over into our relationships. A restless mind creates restless relationships. An anxious mind creates anxious relationships. A controlling mind creates tense relationships, but a mind that has learned to go with the flow creates space. And that space is one of the rarest gifts anyone can offer. Think about it for a moment. How many people do you know who truly allow you to be who you are, without trying to correct you, without trying to convince you, without trying to mold you into the image they have in their own minds? Very few. Most human relationships are built on invisible expectations. We expect others to think like us, to act like us, to react like us, to want the same things. And when that doesn't happen, conflict arises. This is where one of the most misunderstood principles of Taoism comes in. Wu Wei, often translated as non-action, but that translation is incomplete. Wu Wei does not mean doing nothing. It means not forcing things. A tree grows, a river flows, the seasons change. Nature is always in motion. The tighter we squeeze something, the less room it has to breathe, and whatever can't breathe ends up drifting away. That's why peaceful people are usually easier to love. Not because they're perfect, not because they agree with everything, not because they never make mistakes, but because being around them doesn't feel like a battle. You don't feel like you're being judged with every word. You don't feel like you have to constantly defend your choices. You don't feel like you're caught up in a silent battle. There's space. There is acceptance. There is lightness. And that is rare, perhaps rarer today than at any other time. We live in an age where everyone seems to want to convince someone of something. To convince, to correct, to win over, to influence, to win. But few want to understand. Few want to listen. Few simply want to be present. The Taoist sage does not seek to dominate a conversation. He does not seek to win an argument. He does not seek to impose his views on the world. He observes, he listens, he responds when necessary, and he remains silent when silence is most appropriate. This is not weakness. It is strength without aggression. It is confidence without the need to show off. It is wisdom without the need for recognition. Over the years, many people discover something important. The most valuable relationships in their lives weren't the ones that required constant effort to maintain. They were the ones where they could relax, where they could be authentic, where they didn't have to play a role. Perhaps that's why peaceful people are so easy to love, because they offer us something that everyone seeks, but few find. A place where we can simply be, without masks, without defenses, without pressure, without fear. In the end, the Tao teaches us that peace isn't just a gift we give ourselves, it's a gift we offer to everyone around us. And perhaps the most important question isn't, how can I make people love me more? But something much simpler, something much deeper. Does my presence bring peace or tension? The answer to this question can transform every relationship in your life. Because people rarely remember everything we've said, but they almost always remember how they felt when they were with us. And there's no greater gift than helping someone feel at peace. If this video has given you a new perspective on your journey, subscribe to the channel. Here we explore the teachings of Taoism, Zen, and Eastern wisdom in a practical and profound way to help you live with greater clarity, serenity, and mindfulness. And if this reflection resonated with you in any way, leave a comment below. What are you ready to stop chasing and start allowing? I read every comment. See you in the next video. Until then, go with the flow.